Hello my fellow freedom builders and welcome back to the channel. I have gotten a lot of questions about the TPI indicator and how I use it, and a couple of you have also asked about option trading, since I am talking a bit about that once in a while. And yes, I am doing a lot of options trading, and today I'm going to show you how I am getting, as you saw on the thumbnail, 100% win rate here in November so far using the TPI. Now I should say right away that 100% win rate in option trading is a bit easier than, especially the way I do it, than just picking the direction in a stock, but I'll get back to that in a second. First of all, what I am talking about, of course, if you haven't been in here before, is the TPI indicator, which is turning point indicator, TPI. And for instance, one of the stocks, I'll show them in TradingView just in a second, but one of the stocks I am trading right now is a Dollar General Corporation. I'll make more videos about that later, how I pick my stocks, and we're also building a course. For now it is probably only in Danish, but let's see how far it goes. The thing I do with options is that you can pick a direction. If you have a bias, for instance the Dollar General here, well, we have the long-term trend that is red, 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 red. So of course I am mostly looking for a stock to go short in. And what I'm looking at is we have the stock here. It has been in a green uptrend, indicating it could go up. But now here in the weekly TPI, it starts to get light green. And if we just draw that here, with this dark green indicates that we should be going upwards. There is a statistical probability of that, at least. Then here we are starting to maybe top out. It doesn't mean that we can't continue going up, but there is a high likelihood of the top of the stock topping out. And here with the red, it indicates that now we should be going down. Now what I'm doing here is that when I'm looking at this, I'm looking at the good long downtrend here, meaning I am going to have a short bias. And then I'm looking at this topping out pattern, and also on the daily chart when we start to get these red candles. So around here, I would love to take some sort of a short trade. Now let's have a quick look over in TradingView, because what you can do with option is that you can put on something called a credit spread. What I've shown here is with a red line. If you don't know options, they all have an expiration date. When do they stop? When do this insurance or this bet on the market, when does that expire? And this option I'm running in Dollar General expires at the 15th of December. So I'm putting a credit spread up here. It should actually look like this, but I'll get more into detail with that in a later video. But you're actually putting on a spread up here saying that I think that Dollar General, I put it on around here, I think that should go down. Let me just show you here. I'm winning this trade if the stock is going down, if the stock is going sideways, or if the stock is just not going up past $135. And when I put it on, it was around 120-ish down here. So no matter where the stock ends here, when we get to the 15th of December, I will be winning this bet. As long as it doesn't pass the 135, then I'll start losing money. So that also means that I'm not winning a one-to-one reward to risk. If I'm losing here, I'm losing, for instance, 1% of my portfolio. If I'm winning, I'm only winning around 20%, 15-20% of that, meaning I'm only winning around 0.2% of my portfolio. So I should win a lot more than I lose here, definitely. But what we can see here is the Dollar General. I used the TPI to make sure that there was a very low likelihood of the stock just exploding upwards. So far, this one has gone very great, and I'm actually taking this trade off either today or tomorrow, because I have gained almost all I can out of this trade, meaning this 0.2% of my portfolio I can make. I actually already made almost all of that. So that is something to do with the option pricing and volatility. I'll not bore you with that today, but that is a very big part of my success in the options trading. If we're looking at the dollar tree, I did the exact same thing around here. with an option expiring on the 24th of November, so that is soon. I'll probably take that off today as well. The thing is, it was not allowed to go higher than 125 up here. If it did that, if it blazed up straight through this, then I would have lost money. But using the TPI, it told me there's a high likelihood of this going down, or at least not exploding upwards. So that was 2 for 2. Then I have the Cisco trade. That is a bit of an outlier in this comparison, because this is actually what is called a cash secured put. So Cisco system was a stock I wouldn't mind owning. So I just put a put option down here, sold a put option, meaning that if it went down through this before the expiration date here on Friday, then I would be sent into the stock. I would own the stock. I wouldn't mind doing that, but I didn't think it would happen. So I'm just cashing in on the option here. As you can see, I have had an option more over here. So I'm just cashing in. I'm probably exiting tomorrow just before earnings Thursday here, and taking 90% of my profit here. So that was also a winner. Also Beauty. Also a winner so far. I'm very close to taking that off now, and you can see many of the trades here. I'm actually only in for 3, 5, maybe 7 days. Then I have 80-90% of my full potential of the trade, and I'm just exiting and putting on a new trade. So this one with the Ultra Beauty was 430. It was not allowed to break before the 15th of December. Again, I used the TPI to say there's a very large probability of this at least not exploding to 430. So as long as the stock didn't go up by 9% in a month or so, then I would be home free and I would make money. So another winner based on the TPI. Then we have Pod, Insulet Corporation here. And as you can see, some of these you might never have heard of before. Personally, I had to look up what Insulet Corporation actually did. So, but they're popping up on my TPI scanner with the criteria I have set. And here it was the opposite direction. It was a long trade, meaning that I took this, I think it was Thursday last week, or maybe Friday, around here. And I used the TPI to say this should be bottoming out now if the TPI is correct. So I put the trade down here saying it is just not allowed to go under 135. So far it went up by 5.5% yesterday. So I am almost ready to take up that option trade as well. As you can see, it's almost getting to the point where it's day trading. It is not, and I don't mind the trade running for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. But I often take it off when there's a couple of weeks left to expiration. That has something to do, if you're into option trading, it has something to do with something called gamma risk. It means that in the last couple of weeks of a trade, it doesn't take very much movement in the underlying stock price for the option position to move massively. So you can go from a trade where you're making $1,000 and then a little shift in the stock price a single day can send you into a minus $1,000. So that is just the last couple of weeks are quite aggressive in the movement, and you can use that to make money as well, but I am not in these sort of trades. The last one is actually one I already closed, and that was on Broadcom, AVGO here. I took this trade down here. TPI indicated clearly that we should up. The price should up, so I put a price down here and said as long as it doesn't go through 730, then I am profitable. And it was never even it never even turned down against the 730. It just went straight up. In this case, of course, it would have been a better trade just timing it and swing trading it. And as you know, in my swing trading portfolio, that is what I do there. But I'm just showing you that the TPI has a very high hit rate. Maybe not of exactly the same day you're putting it on. Now, this was a special case because it actually turned exactly the day I put it on and went straight the other way. But it could be that I'm putting it on something like this. I don't know the TPI here, but let's just say it showed a turning signal here. If I'm putting it on here, well, it might go against me for a while. But if you're using options, that doesn't matter as long as it doesn't collapse completely in a long trade like this. So you just give it a bit of room to move, and all of a sudden you're profitable. You can close your position. That doesn't matter if it's a swing trade or what it is. The TPI is getting to be one of my favorite indicators to actually spot a potential turn in price within the next week or two. Now, going up against New Year, we are putting a lot of effort into making some very solid back testing of the TPI indicator, so that we can tell you the probability in percentages of the different signals. What is the probability of the stock going up a week from now, 2 weeks from now? But also for you option traders out there, we can tell you the probability of the stock not going in the opposite direction by 5% or 10. And that is a massive, massive advantage if you are trading options, because options are very mathematical creatures. And if you know the percentage probability of a stock not going in the opposite direction, you can be twice, 3 times as profitable on your option trade. So look forward to that. We'll come out with some very solid back testing stats on the TPI indicator. So yes, so that's it for now. Take care of yourself and your money out there, and I hope this was some inspiration for you. Remember to hit the like and subscribe button and all that jazz, and I'll talk to you again shortly. Bye.